SpaceX launched its 12th resupply mission to the International Space Station from NASA's Kennedy Space Center in Florida at 12:31 p.m. EDT on Monday, August 14, 2017. Credit Ken Creamer KenCreamer.com. Kennedy Space Center, FL. Today's August 14th. Stunning SpaceX Space Station cargo delivery blastoff to the International Space Station ISS and flawless first stage landing from the Kennedy Space Center and Cape Canaveral Air Force Station in the Sunshine State kicked off a rapid-fire sequence of liftoffs planned for mid-August. All 9 SpaceX Falcon 9 Merlin 1D first-stage engines ignited precisely on time from Seaside Pad 39A at NASA's Kennedy Space Center in Florida today, August 14, at 12:31 p.m. EDT 16:31 GMT. So it's 1 done and 2 launches to go along the Florida Space Coast over the next 11 days of man-made wonder, plus a total solar eclipse across America. Natural wonder sandwiched in between. SpaceX launched its 12th resupply mission to the International Space Station from NASA's Kennedy Space Center in Florida at 12:31 p.m. EDT on Monday, August 14, 2017. Credit Ken Creamer KenCreamer.com. Monday's picture-perfect lunchtime liftoff of the unmanned SpaceX CRS-12 Dragon cargo freighter bound for the ISS and loaded with over 3 tons of science, research hardware and supplies including a hefty cosmic ray detector, medical research experiments dealing with Parkinson's disease, lung and heart tissues, vegetable seeds, dozens of mice and much more, came off without a hitch. A huge crowd of delighted locals, tourists and folks flocking in from around the globe packed local beaches, causeways and parks and the Kennedy Space Center and witnessed a space launch and landing spectacular they will long remember. Ground landing of SpaceX Falcon 9 first stage at Landing Zone 1 LZ-1 after SpaceX launched its 12th resupply mission to the International Space Station from NASA's Kennedy Space Center in Florida from Pad 39A at 12:31 p.m. EDT on Monday, August 14, 2017. Credit Ken Creamer KenCreamer.com. The Dragon resupply ship dubbed Dragon CRS-12 counts as SpaceX's 12th contracted commercial resupply services CRS mission to the International Space Station for NASA since 2012. The launch and landing of the SpaceX Falcon 9 booster took place just minutes apart under near-perfect weather conditions, as the Dragoon capsule sped to the heavens on a mission to the high frontier of space. Ground landing of SpaceX Falcon 9 first stage at Landing Zone 1 LZ-1 after SpaceX launched its 12th resupply mission to the International Space Station from NASA's Kennedy Space Center in Florida from Pad 39A at 12:31 p.m. EDT on Monday, August 14, 2017. Credit Ken Creamer KenCreamer.com. The 22-story Falcon 9 roared off Pad 39A on a stream of flames and exhaust into blue skies decorated with artfully spaced wispy clouds that enhanced the viewing experience as the rocket accelerated to orbit and on its way to the 6-person multinational crew. The triple-headed Sunshine State Space Spectacular marches forward in barely 4 days with liftoff of NASA's amazingly insectoid-looking TDRSM science relay COMSAT slated for Friday morning, August 18 atop a United Launch Alliance Solar Atlas V rocket. Lastly, a week after TDRSM and just 11 days after the SpaceX Dragon and orbital ATK Minotaur 4 rocket is due to blast off just before midnight August 25 and carry the ORS-5 mission to orbit for the U.S. military's operationally responsive space program. The Minotaur IV utilizes 3 stages from decommissioned Peacekeeper ICBMs formerly aimed at the Russians and perhaps the North Koreans. The total solar eclipse across America takes place on Monday, August 21. It's the first solar eclipse in 99 years that space the continent from coast to coast and will be at least partially visible in all 48 contiguous states. The 20-foot-high, 12-foot-diameter Dragon CRS-12 vessel is carrying more than 6,400 pounds, 2,900 kilograms of science experiments and research instruments, crew supplies, food, water, clothing, hardware, gear and spare parts to the £1 million orbiting laboratory complex. 20 mice are also on board from NASA and another dozen from Japanese researchers. This will support more than 80 of the 250 research investigations and experiments being conducted by Expedition 52 and 53 crew members. Dragon reached its preliminary orbit about 10 minutes later and successfully deployed its life-giving solar arrays. Dragon CRS-12 now begins a 2-day orbital chase of the station via a carefully choreographed series of thruster firings that bring the commercial spacecraft to rendezvous with the space station on August 16. Dragon will be grappled with the station's Canadian-built robotic arm at approximately 7 a.m. EDT on August 16 by astronauts Jack Fisher of NASA and Paolo Nespoli of ESA European Space Agency. It then will be installed on the Harmony module. The Dragon spacecraft will spend approximately 35 days attached to the space station, returning to Earth in mid-September with science samples and results gathered over many months from earlier experiments by the station crews. Dragon CRS-12 is SpaceX's third contracted resupply mission to launch this year for NASA. The prior SpaceX cargo ships launched on February 19 and June 3, 2017 on the CRS-10 and CRS-11 missions to the space station. CRS-10 is further noteworthy as being the first SpaceX launch of a Falcon 9 from NASA's historic Pad 39A. SpaceX leased Pad 39A from NASA in 2014 and after refurbishments placed the pad back in service this year for the first time since the retirement of the space shuttles in 2011. Previous launches include 11 Apollo flights, the launch of the unmanned Skylab in 1973, 82 shuttle flights and 5 SpaceX launches. Cargo manifest for CRS-12 total cargo 6,415.4 pounds. 2,910 kilograms total pressurized cargo with packaging 3,642 pounds. 1,652 kilograms science investigations 2,019.4 pounds. 916 kilograms crew supplies 485 pounds. 220 kilograms vehicle hardware 747.4 pounds. 339 kilograms spacewalk equipment 66.1 pounds. 30 kilograms computer resources 116.8 pounds. 53 kilograms